Hey guys, Tom from Lushdoll here. In today's video I wanted to talk about the world of car advertising. Getting paid to advertise on your car. Is it possible? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. It's going to be hard to do, but it is possible, but it is a very scammy world. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how it works, how you can make money, as well as the companies that may be able to hire you. There are qualifications to know about. So with that being said, let's begin. So the first thing I want to talk about is how car advertising works. So in short, companies will usually contact a third-party car wrapping service. This is going to be you. You're going to be in the database, and these third-party companies are the ones you're going to want to sign up with, not with the advertiser. So in this case, let's just say the advertiser was Geico Insurance. You wouldn't go to them. You rather want to find the third-party companies that work with, say, Geico. And I will let you know about these posts, I promise, in a little bit here. And usually these advertisers are looking for particular drivers who drive in certain regions. They have a certain car. They drive a certain mile per month. So in some cases, they might want someone who only drives in the downtown LA region, and you drive at least 1,000 miles per month or so. And usually today with apps, a lot of these advertising companies will track you on their app so they know you're not lying. So you're not going to be able to lie and say, yeah, I live in LA and I drive 2,000 miles a month. You're going to have to prove it through these apps. So if you think you're going to lie, it's not going to work. So as long as you can meet the advertiser's criteria, then there's a good chance you can get hired for the gig. And of course, you want to make money doing this, and how much money you'll make will depend on a few factors, and I listed them here. So, the car you drive, where you drive, the route you take, how many miles you drive, where you live, how much of your car will be wrapped, the company you're working with, and the size of your advertisement. As you can see, there's a lot of factors. In general, though, if you're able to get on board with the car wrapping company, you can make anywhere from as little as $200 to maybe $1,000 per campaign, but this campaign can stretch out for weeks, months. You'll learn about your contract terms before you sign it. You're just going to want to make sure you pay close attention to that contract and know the exact payout terms as well as how much you're going to make. Per month, you're usually not going to make more than $200. And from my research, usually people who drive in larger cities, at least 50 miles per day, they tend to be the hot commodity. So if you're in that big city and you drive at least 50 miles per day, you have a good chance at getting approved through some of these companies. Okay, so now that we know how much you can make, how it works in general here, the qualifications for most of the companies about the list, they ask that you're anywhere from 18 to 25 years old. You should have a valid car insurance. You should drive at least 30 plus miles a day in a highly trafficked area. Remember, you're advertising, so you want people to see it. The more eyeballs that could see your advertising, the better it is. If you live in the country, no one's going to see it, so they don't want you. Also should have a clean driving record. Your car should be newer than 10 years, and you should have a factory finish paint job. This is because of the wrap. You're going to have to take your car into a professional car wrapping type service, and they're going to wrap your car. Usually the company will pay this for you. So the first company I want to mention on the list is Carvatize. It's an award-winning marketing firm that matches companies with high mileage drivers who don't mind adding a decal on their car. This is probably the most popular one out there. It was founded in 2012, and they've worked with thousands of drivers. So all you need to do is, if you're interested, you can see how you can earn money through the video and tutorials on the website there. And if you're interested in signing up, you are going to click this drivers tab up in the corner here, and they're going to ask you to fill out a simple application. So you'll click on this Become Driver link right here, and when you do that, it's going to ask you to fill out information and such as where you drive, what kind of car you have, and so forth. And then they will match your driving habits to brands if they like what they see, and then they'll wrap your car, and they'll pay you every month through direct deposit. When the time comes, they'll unwrap your car at the end there. All wraps are safe for your car. They won't harm your paint. Each wrap is designed specifically for your car, as you can see in these pictures on their main website. Signing up is 100% free, and the company does note that you can make anywhere from $300 to $1,200 per campaign, but they also say the standard rate is about $100 a month. So if you can get on board, you won't get rich, but get paid $100, $200 a month to drive. This company, like any, will never ask for money. This is always a scam if they do ask for money. Carvatize is not a scam. Again, they've worked with a lot of great brands, as you can see scrolling on the bottom here. It's one to keep high on your list. That's the reason I'm going to mention it first. The next one I'm going to mention here is Rapidify. It's just like Carvatize. They work with a lot of big brands, as you can see on the top here, like Google, Uber, General Mills. This is my second choice just based on their reputation. The best part about it is they're usually looking for drivers almost always, and if you're interested in signing up, you'll just go to this drivers tab on the top and you can learn more about it. And in short, what you're going to have to do is download their app, and you can either download it via the Google Play or App Store. I also have a link in the description. I listed every company I mentioned in this video. So once you download the app, the company will ask that you start the drive while actively using it so they can match you with potential partners. And how much you make will greatly depend on how much you drive and how much you wrap your car. So for example, if you fully wrap your car, you can earn on average $264 to $452. But if you go to the light version, you can make $181 to $280, and you can see in the screen here how much of your car would be wrapped. So the light would be partial, full would obviously be the whole car. If campaigns do become available, then you can pick and choose any advertiser you want, and then choose how much of the car you're willing to wrap. If you're qualified, Rapidify simply asks that you start the app whenever you're driving so that the company can track you. So again, in 3 easy steps, just download the app, start driving, you'll fill out your profile there, and then you'll receive offers based on the driving you do. Free Car Media, this is a non-traditional marketing company. They claim that you can make up to $400 a month driving around town. It's not the most popular one on the list, but I've seen it mentioned on a few posts that I've researched online. So how it works is you're just going to register yourself using the registration form, and if you match any of the advertisers' criteria, you can start getting paid to drive. It really is that simple. They do have a in-depth how it works and frequently asked questions page where you can learn how everything works here. Answers all the questions that you may have here. So I recommend you check it out. I linked it in that link again in the post. In short, you're just going to have to put a rear advertisement either in your window and make $50 a month, or you can wrap your entire vehicle and get paid $400 a month. Again, it's not the most popular option, but it may be one that you want to check out. Okay, so all the companies I just mentioned were 100% legit. As always, I am 100% honest. I don't recommend scams. But in the car advertising world, there are a lot of scams. I may have missed some legitimate companies, but if you do find that something's too good to be true, it could be a scam. People are scammed so much in this industry that the FTC actually issued a warning about this. So finding a car advertising scam is usually straightforward. And you'll usually find them on Craigslist, maybe Instagram or Facebook. And what will happen is the scammer will ask you to send a cashier's check, and then you'll be asked to deposit it. And then once you deposit that fake check, they'll ask you to send a few $100s to the so-called car wrapping company. I'll put that in quotes. So once you send that money to the car wrapping service, you're out the money because the check bounces. This is known as the cashier's check scam. So the lesson here, if the company asks for a payment, don't even bother. In turn, you also want to look for these scam tips as well. Never pay. Always read the contract in detail. Know what you're getting yourself into. Don't give out any sensitive data. Research the company. It's as easy as just typing in the company's name on Google. Check the Better Business Bureau. And a good company will always ask about your personal information before even discussing payout rate. And then also, if they do have a website, look this to see how professional it is. Do they have a customer service, contact information? It's not too hard to look for a scam, but if you do find something that aligns with any of these tips, I recommend that you steer clear of it to save the hassle. Okay, that sums things up. You can make $100, $200 a month, but again, you're going to have to drive a lot. You're going to have to drive at least 50 miles per day and live in a big city. And even so, you're going to make maybe $100, $200 a month. You won't get rich, but some campaigns may pay up to $1,000, but you're going to have to drive around with their advertisement for a good couple months. My favorites are the first two, the Carvatize and Rapidify. The other two, the Sticker Ride and Free Car Media, are okay. A lot of people don't have luck with them. Check them out. They're all 100% legit. Remember to follow the scam tips as well. As always, you can check out LushDollar.com for more ways to make money, save money, and read reviews. I'm always honest and straight to the point. I'll see you guys next time.